Hi, Professor. Hope you are doing well. My name is Saipal Singh Sidhu, and today I'm going to talk about week 8. And week 8, we have talked about race and crime in the first chapter, and in the 15th chapter, we have talked about crimes of the powerful. So, let's start with race and crime first. I will talk about the introduction first. So, race and crime are deeply connected in how the justice system operates. Like, it will tell that how a particular individual get justice, and it will talk about the system, how it operates. So, in this chapter examines how racialization is built into legal and social system. So, like it's affecting black, indigenous people, and other people who of color, like brown also, mostly from Asia. And institutions like policing, border control, and corrections have historically treated racialized groups unfairly, reinforcing system racism. So, according to Dr. Michael Experience, so his own identity was as a Chinese Canadian immigrant, and how he has navigated racial issues in Canada. He discusses how race and racism are not just personal experiences but part of a larger system that affected people differently based on their backgrounds and based on their personality. So, and according to Hassan, Hassan share share that her experience with the racial profiling. So, as an Egyptian Canadian, she was repeatedly stopped and even denied entry into the US border simply because of her name and background. Her story shows how racial profiling is not just an isolated issue but a systemic problem that affected many racialized individuals, particularly in a nation's security policies. So I will talk about some key concepts of this one. So first is like system racism, second is the racial profiling, and the third is colonial legacy. So first I will talk about racism. So in system racism is not just about individual prejudice, but it is also brought into institutions like that uh, police and border control. Like Hassan told that she is not allowed to go to US, and her visa also denied. So this thing comes into systemic racism. Second one is racial profiling. Like law enforcement often targets racial group and unfairly, assuming they are more likely to be criminals. So I can give you one example. In Vancouver, most of the police, whenever they watch a black guy in any kind of group, so they always think that he must be a criminal, because they it is kind of their profiling. They are having their personality. Their personality tell that what are they normally do. So this is also come in racial profiling, and because of this thing, some of the people who are normally good, the black people, they are also get targeted because of this thing. So in third I will talk about colonial legacy. In this, it is the like justice system has been shaped by colonial history, leading to ongoing discrimination against indigenous and racialized communities. So, race and crime are connected in ways that shape real people's life. Racialized groups face systemic and disadvantages in the justice system. From policing to border security, understanding this issue is key to pushing for fairer policies. So, this were race and crime, and now I will move on to the 15th chapter, crimes of the powerful. So, in the crime of the powerful, I will firstly talk about the introduction part. So, in introduction, when we think about crime, we often picture young men from lower income backgrounds However, the most harmful crimes are often committed by powerful people, corporate executives, politicians, and sometimes government officials also. So these crimes cause massive financial and physical harm but are often overlooked because of some particular reasons. So now I'm going to talk about experience by Michael Brandt. So Brandt shares his own perspective as a white middle class male who has not faced racial discrimination but has cautioned society's norms due to his sexual orientation. Sorry. So he applies this cautioning to how crime is defined and who is labeled a criminal. So I will give some example of crimes by the powerful. So environmental harm, corporations like Reed paper dump nursery near indigenous community causing illness and death. So the next one is tax evasion. Wealthy individuals hide billions in offshore accounts, robbing countries of tax revenue. This is like normally in this modern era nowadays, people are doing tax evasion. And the third one is pharmaceutical misconduct. Companies like Purdue Pharma misled the public about opioids, leading to over 40,000 overdose deaths. Fourth one is military and government corruption. The U.S. Defense Department lost track of 21 trillion in spending. Industrial disasters, the Bhopal gas tragedy in India killed thousands of due to corporate negligence. This is also a like crime by the powerful ones. So why are these crimes ignored? Because of the justice system focus on street crimes, not on corporate boardrooms. Powerful people influence laws and policies to avoid being punished. These crimes are like often treated as regulatory violations and fines instead of jail time, because like some of people are not getting not that are not having that much of afraid, because in new the people who are good having a good wealth, they if they are committed any kind of crime, so they know if the punishment is only money, then they can give it easily because they have too much. So they are not having that kind of a fear of committing crime. So if government will put them in jail for like 5 years, 10 years according to the crime what have they committed, so they will get that fear in their mind that if they will do any kind of crime, so they will definitely go to jail. So in conclusion, like crimes of the powerful have devastating consequences, yet they are rarely receive the same attention as street crimes. Understanding this imbalance is crucial to holding corporation and government accountable. So these were very important to know why powerful people are not getting targeted in crimes. So we always, this is very normal thing, whenever a person talk about crime, we always think about a person who is lower income backgrounds, who is having not a good wealthy, and most of the people think that they committed a crime, but that is not usually. So these crimes cause like massive financial and physical harm but are often overlooked because of some reasons. So this was like crimes of the powerful, and I can again talk about little bit about race and crime. So in race and crime, uh, I have give two example of one example was Dr. Michael's experience, because he was a Chinese Canadian immigrant and he faced too much racism in Canada, and he talked about his personal experiences. And the second one is Hassan's story. She told that she also faced racism in Canada, not in Canada as well as in US also, because when she applied for the US visa, her visa get denied because of her racial profiling. So her story shows that racial profiling is not just isolated issue; it is a systematic problems effects. So thank you so much.